All right, all right. How you doing? Welcome to another moment with the XD. Of course, I am the XD, representing the C4 movement. I want to discuss this week about something that has been really bothering me, and that has been the latest comments from Kanye West, Kyrie Irving, and others. And my feelings about those comments are they don't apply, so let them fly. If it don't apply, let it fly. I feel like we're putting too much energy into things that we have no control over. First of all, these comments that are being made, they're someone's opinion. They're the opinion from another man. If it doesn't apply to you, just let it fly. Don't worry about it. But we in this generation, in this time that we're living in, we are so consumed with responding to everything. We don't listen to understand. We listen to respond and attack, or we listen to respond with whatever, however we feel. Because our feelings are always put forefront before anything else. So I don't even understand everything that Kanye said because I chose not to listen to it. But I see so many people getting so hurt, so frustrated, so upset. And it's like, why? Now, I understand he said something about the Jewish community, and they may be upset about it. Okay. No, it's about you. But the thing is that comes to my mind when I hear these comments is there are people out there that's giving Kanye a platform, a known platform to say whatever it is he wants to say. And they know that he's going to say something controversial. So they're going to keep putting him out there. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to be smart on how we move and how we intake information. Now, one of the things that Kanye said that I did hear about was he apologized for the comments he made about George Floyd and said it was a humbling experience. He said that God humbled him. Okay. But here's the thing that bothers me is that I remember when the late Kevin Samuels was alive. He was called every negative name in the book. And then this new guy, Andrew Tate, comes around and he's basically saying the exact same thing that Kevin Samuels said. But only he is of I don't know if he's mixed or a white guy or whatever, but he's a lighter complexion person. So there hasn't been much of an attack on him outside of being kicked off the platforms. But the messages that he portrayed are still being shared. But it also reminds me of Kevin Samuels when he was alive, how people were attacking his content. And he always, and this, I love the way he did this, but he dude always asks people, have you seen a full show or a little snippet online? And it's always the snippet. And it's never the full show because the full show is like 2, maybe 3 hours on a whatever day. But as we come into this, dealing with this whole new way of living life in the generation where we can't really be open, we can't really say what's on our mind because it offends somebody. It makes me miss the old days where you had to be a little bit tougher. Now, I remember as a kid, my mother was really stern on us not watching Beavis and Butthead because she felt that we were going to be, I guess, encouraged to go out there and do something stupid with fire or whatnot. But we had common sense. These days, there's a lack of common sense. There's a lack of understanding. It's just, I hear it, I heard it. Now I'm going to act with my feelings to respond to it. I just ignore it. It's like when you on your websites and your Facebook, your Instagrams, your Twitter, somebody says something. Are you just going to ignore it? Or are you going to respond to it and create a little argument that's not going to do anything but just give someone a piece of your mind? That's what, or where we are with everything these days. Like, represent the Don Mega Ice Cube on my shirt back in his day when he was a part of NWA and he was talking about F the police. People didn't listen to the lyrics, they just heard F the police. And they didn't hear the stories of how young black males were being bullied and picked on by the police for walking the street at night, or they decided to wear a certain color and not be in the gang, but they get treated as if they are a part of gang activity. So when those stories, when those songs came out, of course, there were people who didn't like them because of the language. And there's people who enjoyed them, and there's people who were thankful for them because they told their stories. But if you didn't like the music, you didn't purchase it. You didn't turn your radio to that station where you had the chance to hear it. You just kept it moving, kept it pushing. And that's how I feel like we need to do within this generation when it comes to information being shared and things being said, because we cannot control the mind of someone else. People have a right to say what they want to say, regardless if we agree with it or not. But if it's something that you don't like, if it's something that doesn't agree with you and how you live or how you move, just ignore it. Like if it's the consistent battle we have, like what goes on grits, salt or sugar. Well, if you don't like salt, you're gonna use grits. If you don't like sugar, you're gonna use salt, vice versa, whatever. It's such a simple way of dealing with things that get blown out of proportion and creates a division that we have amongst us as a people. Well, what do you guys think? There was just another moment with the XD. Just let it fly, man. You got to stop letting these things that we have no control over cause so much division and keep us separated. This is the XD. See you guys next time.